Many people feel something is missing in their lives. Even when we have a comfortable home, a stable job, and good relationships, there is often an inner emptiness. This feeling may not always be clear, but it lingers. It is as if a piece of our heart is lost, and we do not know where to find it. Inner wholeness means feeling complete within yourself. It is a state where you are not constantly searching for something outside to make you happy. But in today's world, we are often distracted by external things: social media, work, entertainment, and even the opinions of others. These distractions make it difficult to listen to our inner voice. We become busy chasing goals, comparing ourselves to others, and trying to prove our worth. In this process, we may lose touch with who we truly are. The first step to inner wholeness is recognizing that nothing outside of you can make you complete. Of course, relationships, achievements, and experiences are valuable. But if you depend on them to fill an inner gap, you will always feel dissatisfied. Imagine pouring water into a cup with a small hole at the bottom. No matter how much water you add, it will never stay full. Similarly, if we have a hole in our heart, no amount of success or pleasure can fill it. Instead of searching outside, we must turn inward. This means asking ourselves deep questions. What am I truly seeking? What is the source of my discontent? Am I running away from something? Self-reflection can be uncomfortable, but it is necessary. It helps us see our fears, attachments, and insecurities. Only when we acknowledge these things can we begin to heal and feel whole again. Inner wholeness does not mean being perfect or never feeling pain. It means accepting ourselves fully, the good and the bad. It is about being at peace with who we are at this moment. When we stop running and start embracing our true selves, we realize that we were never truly incomplete. In the next part, we will explore practical ways to cultivate this sense of inner peace in our daily lives. To feel whole within, we must learn how to cultivate inner peace. But in today's fast-paced world, peace seems distant. We are constantly busy, our minds filled with worries, plans, and endless distractions. Even when we have free time, we reach for our phones or find something to occupy our attention. Silence and stillness feel unfamiliar, even uncomfortable. Yet, inner peace does not come from escaping life's difficulties. It comes from learning how to be still, even when the world around us is chaotic. This is why the practice of inner peace is essential. It is not something that happens automatically. We must cultivate it, just as we cultivate a garden. A simple yet powerful practice is mindful breathing. Our breath is always with us, but we rarely pay attention to it. Right now, take a deep breath in and slowly breathe out. Notice how your body feels. The breath connects the body and mind. When we focus on it, we naturally become present. In this moment, there is nothing to fix, nothing to chase. Just this breath, just this moment. Another practice is sitting in silence. Many people think meditation is complicated, but it is simply the act of sitting quietly and observing. You do not need to stop your thoughts. You only need to notice them, like clouds passing in the sky. Some are dark, some are light, but none of them stay forever. When you watch your thoughts without reacting, you begin to see that you are not your thoughts. You are the awareness behind them. This realization brings deep peace. In daily life, we can also practice mindfulness. This means fully engaging in whatever we're doing. Drinking tea, walking, listening to a friend. Instead of rushing to the next moment, we allow ourselves to be fully present. A single sip of tea, when truly savored, can bring peace. A simple walk, when done mindfully, can feel like meditation. We often believe that peace will come after we solve all our problems. But there will always be new problems. If we wait for perfect conditions, we will wait forever. Instead, we must learn to create peace within ourselves, no matter the situation. By practicing mindfulness, breathing, and stillness, we strengthen our ability to remain calm and centered. Over time, these small habits help us feel more whole, more connected to ourselves. In the next part, we will explore the obstacles that prevent us from feeling whole and how to overcome them. Even when we practice mindfulness and stillness, we may still struggle to feel whole. This is because there are deep obstacles within us, fears, attachments, and old patterns of thinking. These obstacles keep us from fully experiencing inner peace. If we want to feel whole, we must recognize these barriers and learn how to overcome them. One of the biggest obstacles is attachment. We often attach our happiness to external things, success, wealth, relationships, or even our own ideas of who we should be. But everything in life is impermanent. When we cling to something that is constantly changing, we create suffering. For example, if we attach our self-worth to our job, what happens when we retire? If we attach our happiness to one person, what happens when they change or leave? True inner wholeness comes when we stop relying on these external things to define us. Instead, we learn to appreciate them without being controlled by them. Another obstacle is fear. Fear comes in many forms. Fear of failure, fear of rejection, fear of being alone. Sometimes we do not even realize how much fear influences our choices. We avoid taking risks. We hesitate to express our true selves, and we hold on to things that no longer serve us. But fear is only powerful when we run from it. When we face our fears with awareness, we often realize that they are not as solid as they seemed. Then there is self-doubt. Many people believe they are not good enough, not successful enough, not wise enough, not deserving of happiness. But these thoughts are just illusions created by the mind. No one is perfect, and no one needs to be. You don't need to be anyone else to be whole. You're already complete, just as you are. The more we recognize this, the more we free ourselves from unnecessary suffering. How do we overcome these obstacles? The first step is awareness. Simply noticing our attachments, fears, and doubts weakens their hold on us. When we observe them without reacting, they lose their power. Meditation helps with this, as does journaling or speaking honestly with a trusted friend. The second step is letting go. This does not mean we stop caring about things, but we stop clinging to them. We learn to appreciate life's moments without needing to control them. We accept that change is natural and that our worth is not defined by external things. The final step is trusting the present moment. Instead of worrying about the future or regretting the past, we learn to be fully here, right now. The present is the only place where life truly happens. When we embrace it, we feel a deep sense of wholeness. These obstacles will not disappear overnight, but with patience and practice, we can free ourselves from them. And as we do, we begin to experience life in a new way, lighter, freer, and more at peace. In the final part, we will discuss how to carry this sense of wholeness into daily life. Inner wholeness is not something we achieve once and keep forever. It is a way of living, a continuous practice of awareness, acceptance, and presence. Some days, we may feel deeply connected to ourselves. Other days, we may feel lost or distracted. This is natural. What matters is that we keep returning to the path. In daily life, there are simple ways to maintain this sense of wholeness. The first is starting each day with intention. Instead of rushing into tasks and responsibilities, take a moment in the morning to center yourself. A few deep breaths, a short meditation, or even a simple thought like, "Today, I choose to be present," can set the tone for your day. The second is finding stillness in small moments. You do not need to escape to a quiet temple to experience inner peace. It can be found in ordinary moments, sipping tea, feeling the warmth of the sun, or listening to the sound of rain. When we pay attention, we realize that peace is always available to us. The third is accepting imperfection. Life will never be without challenges. There will always be difficulties, losses, and moments of uncertainty. But when we stop resisting these experiences, we find that even struggles can teach us something valuable. Just as a river flows around rocks rather than fighting them, we can learn to move with life instead of against it. Lastly, inner wholeness grows when we live with gratitude and kindness. When we appreciate what we have, instead of focusing on what we lack, we feel a deep sense of contentment. When we offer kindness, whether to others or to ourselves, we strengthen our connection to the world. In the end, feeling whole is not about reaching a final destination. It is about learning to be fully present in this moment, just as it is. If this message has resonated with you, I would be grateful if you could like this video and subscribe to the channel. Your support allows these teachings to reach more people. And for those who have always been kind enough to like, subscribe, and comment, or even send a super thanks, I sincerely appreciate it. May your journey toward inner peace continue, one step at a time.